Welcome back to the lab. As always, this is Kondrik. I actually am recording this a little bit sooner than I thought I would be able to because we've got all the parts we need. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these out of here and yeah, and get started on putting this in. What I would like to also do is I want to go and take a look at the mining platform, at the tunnel it's created. I want to show you guys how far it got. I actually recorded last episode last night, or yesterday. It it produced the resources we needed a lot faster than I thought it would. And Shortman actually asked me to turn it off because the processing system couldn't keep up. So that's how fast the mining platform actually works. We've got tons of quartz now. We've got tons of basically everything. And yeah, the processing system just could not keep up with the amount of iron and other resources that are being generated by the platform. So I turned it off after about 2, maybe 3 hours, maybe 4. I'm not quite sure how long, but it. I think we're still. Let me go check. Let me show. Oop, let me see what we see about. Come on. There we go. Oh, looks like it may be. Oh, okay, it did finish. Shortman had 4 grinders going full speed, industrial grinders, and they couldn't keep up. The mining platform was generating iron faster than the grinders could actually process it. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. uh, let's see what else. So yeah, we're really doing pretty good on resources now. Now we haven't heard from Shertugal in a little while, so hopefully we'll hear from him again soon. But I think I may have figured out why we're having so much lag around the village. It's just a possibility, but it's a good possibility. I remember hearing that lag issues could happen with railcraft tanks because of block update checks and stuff like that. Oh, yes, also, I actually ended up making more CPUs than pattern providers because, well, okay, 300 of each is crazy, but I ended up deciding to make more CPUs to get the speed because there is absolutely no way that there are enough patterns or recipes in the game to fill 300 pattern providers. So plus it's going to be hard to manage all those pages. Just think when you look at the auto crafter having to flip through 300 pages of possible recipes. It's a little ridiculous, but at least this way we know we're never going to need any other form of auto crafting. So let's see, what was I saying? I completely forgot. Oh, I am going to be so glad to get this project done. Oh, yes, that's what it was. The lag. the lag may be caused by this project. That's one main reason why I'm going to be glad to get it done. Railcraft tanks, according to Zisto on one of his episodes a while ago, when he mentioned it again in his last FTB episode, railcraft tanks can cause lag from block updates, because like the iron tank frame blocks, every iron tank block that is not part of an actual tank will constantly check the surrounding blocks to see if it is part of a valid tank. So the more blocks you have from iron tanks that are not part of an actual tank, the more lag you'll have from each one of those blocks checking to see if it's part of a tank. So I'm thinking this system here could very well be causing lag the same exact way. So hopefully when we place the last two heat vent blocks on the outside of this machine, hopefully that will get rid of most of the lag by turning it into a valid multi-block. I think that's the one downside to most multi-block structures, is that every block in the structure is constantly checking to see if it's part of a structure before the structure is completed. So once the structure is completed, hopefully that lag will stop, which we'll find out in a second. And yeah, so there's a very good chance that this is going to be a very, very short episode, because after completing this, I don't really have anything planned yet. But I'm thinking that even though we were saying we didn't want to branch out and do our own bases until we reset the map for 1.6 version of the pack, I'm starting to think that I might want to set up a base somewhere after all, just to get away from the lag at the village. Now if the lag is fixed, that might change things a little bit, but I guess we'll find out in a second. Now when we first started this map, ooh, I've got one extra. I hope I placed them all. Whoops. I would hate to have to dig this apart and find a single hole that's missing somewhere. That would really be frustrating. Okay. Great, I must have missed a spot somewhere. Oh boy. Yeah, I must have missed a spot somewhere. This is going to be frustrating. Let me actually try something real quick. Let me break this. And okay, I knew I had exactly the right number, so I've got something missing somewhere, and I'm going to have to dig it out and find it again. So, yeah. Let's see. Because there was that one extra CPU that didn't need to be there. So there's somewhere in this half, somewhere in this 300 block section, is a hole that is missing a crafting CPU. That is going to be a pain to fix or find. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, I think. Because what I'll probably end up doing is just taking them all out and placing them again. Unless I can actually find the hole quickly. And I'm doubting that. But yeah, so I think, oops, great. I think the problem with the lag is most likely caused by this structure waiting to be completed. The plan for most multi-blocks is to do it as quickly as possible and not just leave it sitting there waiting to be completed. Lag. The lag is a real problem. It's making it very difficult to get things done, and it's not block lag either. It's FPS lag, which I think is client side. I mean, I think the multi-block lag is client side. It's because all it really is a rendering and interface update, I think. So, which that would make sense. That would explain why it's doing what it's doing. All right. So, yeah. I'm hoping that this solves it. It's hard to focus when I don't know what's going on with the thing. Yeah. So, this project will be done, and okay. Back to what I was saying. We don't know how long it's going to take for 1.6 to come out. We were originally thinking it would be fairly quickly, but we haven't really heard any new updates on it in a while. We do know that they're definitely not going to be waiting for Red Power to release 1.6 if Red Power doesn't update fast enough, which is kind of disappointing for me because Red Power has been my go-to mod for everything. It's just the mod I've used to automate everything I can possibly think of, just because it works so well. But I do understand that they can't wait for LRM to be able to update, and really we can't expect her to have to update on our schedule. Just speaking from the viewpoint of a mod user, she does work a full-time job, and sometimes more than full-time, and for whatever various other reasons as well, she just hasn't had the opportunity. I do know that she hates being behind on development. From playing on Shadow Dragon's server with her playing as well, I do know she hates being behind other mods as far as updates are concerned, but sometimes real life just gets in the way. So it's not right for us to expect her to work on our schedule, but at the same time, it's also not right for the Modpack to not release because of a single mod. So Red Power will not be, from what I can tell from their forums and things like that, Red Power will not be in future versions of FTB, at least not at first. And from what I've been hearing, it's very possible that they may never include Red Power again, just because of update timing and scheduling and stuff like that. I'm not sure about that part, though. It may be set as an optional mod. I don't know. I don't use the FTB launcher. I use multi-MC. Although, since multi-MC still doesn't support 1.6, it's very possible that I may have to start using the FTB launcher. Oops. That's not supposed to go there. We'll find out what happens with that. I'm really looking forward to multi-MC 5, which is supposed to be a complete reinvention of the program. But the problem is that development's going kind of slow. It is going. I've talked to the guys on their IRC channel. They're just busy with other things right now, and one of the guys that works on it was saying he's a little unmotivated right now, but he's still trying to get work done. It's just, you know, sometimes you lose motivation. So hopefully this will be good now. It was definitely the CPUs that we had an extra of. So if now I need to make sure that I'm not missing any spots this time. Let me get that out of my inventory, or out of the, yeah, there we go. This lag is what probably caused the problem with missing a spot. So yeah, I don't really want to cut this part out, because if I do, it's going to be such a short episode that I wouldn't even, see, there we go. Almost did it again. If I cut this part out, it's going to be such a short episode, it wouldn't even be worth uploading, but I want to, I don't know. It's, now I want to keep things interesting, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of content for this episode, and I don't want to put up short videos either, because then it would feel like I'm wasting your time, but at the same time, I guess by having boring content, I'm also wasting your time. I don't know. If you feel your time is being wasted, I'm sorry. I just want to get this done so that we can hopefully have less lag, so that hopefully new videos can have better content. Let's see here. Almost done. Oh, was that? Okay, good. Oh, no. The problem with mods that have the same block ID for the different blocks and just use metadata or damage values or whatever. But yes, so after this, I'm going to go show you the tunnel that the mining platform dug. It is massive. I actually went and I made a lectern and a linking book back to the workshop, because the platform got so far away that it would be a pain to walk back from it. Okay, I think we've got the right number this time. Yes. So this should activate as soon as I put the last couple pieces in. And done. Check that out. 280 pattern providers, 320 crafting CPUs. So, yeah. let's go ahead and grab a couple patterns and see how fast this works. In fact, let's go with, let's grab out the red power stuff. And grab all we can. Now I want to see something real quick. Did I panel copper coil relay? I did take. Is there relay in the system? No. Okay. Let me put these in here real quick. I want to try something. This will be a quick experiment. I just want to see. I'm going to go to the last. Let's go to page 250. So I'm going to put my red power stuff on 250 through 255, or my my set of pages will be 250 through 255. If not like it's going to matter. But first I want to try relay. See how fast the new one is. I'll just do a stack just because. See what's taking so long. It's waiting on the red doped wafers. But okay, so the slow part is the stuff that cannot be done by the autocrafter. Now, next, tubes. 52. Let's see if that's enough. What I want to do is temporarily, if this will work, will it work? It might. Let me try it. Grab a pattern. If this will work, then it will be a very, very fast way to transfer everything over. You just grab blank pattern, or a pattern for a blank pattern, and it worked. Okay, so what I'm going to do to make this a lot faster is I'm going to run these tubes right up there. And across here. And the lag does not seem to be getting that much better. But it might get better once we get rid of the old crafters. Let's see here. Whew! I cannot place things because of the lag. Alright, now I don't care how this looks because it's only temporary. I can't even navigate with the jetpack or the flight. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put the relay like this. Oh, nope, not like that. Put the relay on top of the tube facing down, and then this pattern provider, or this crafter, can go away, and we'll sit here and we'll just put all the patterns, making sure that it's patterns only that we put in. I don't want to accidentally put something in that doesn't belong in there. I don't know how the system will handle that. That takes care of all the patterns, or most of the patterns. Here's alright. Ooh. Okay, I think the lag, yep, the lag is getting better now that we're taking these little ones out. Let's see here. Alveary, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Okay, so the next project I think I'm going to do, I may do a tutorial on it first, I'm not sure. I think the next project I'm going to do, and I just thought of this, is probably going to be my automatic buildcraft gate system, which I haven't even shown anyone yet. I saw an Odadex video where he was trying to automate buildcraft gate production, and I came up with my own system, which is nothing like his, but I think is much more efficient as far as, or maybe not even more efficient, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it works very well. It can make every single type of buildcraft gate. The only now it takes 5 assembly tables, and let's see what else. It takes 5 assembly tables. And the reason for that is because the assembly tables have to be preset to I'm not explaining things well at all. The assembly tables have to be preset to there we go. Have to be preset to automatically craft things based on what resources are available. And the problem with that is that if 2 items use the exact same resources, it'll craft whichever one's higher in the table list. Here, let me show you. Redstone chipset takes redstone. Redstone iron chipset takes redstone and iron. Redstone gold chipset takes redstone and gold. If you put redstone and gold into this table with all 3 of these selected, it'll make the redstone chipset first, and you will never get your redstone gold chipset. So that's why you have to have separate assembly tables. So I figured out that the optimum number is 5 for just the buildcraft stuff. That's not including non-buildcraft assembly table recipes. So as far as those are concerned, I'll have to probably add another couple assembly tables. But it's a very modular system, so that should be easy enough to do. Let me make sure I'm not putting non-pattern type things in there. I don't know what would happen. I don't want to crash the game. Now, of course, all my red power stuff is going to just be mixed in, but I don't think it matters. In fact, I might actually just put the relay over next to the pattern pattern creation table thing, so that when you create a pattern to dump it into the system, you just dump it into the relay. That might actually be useful. But obviously I'll run the tubes under the floor and things like that, so it's not ugly. Alright. Almost, I think. It can't keep up. I can't wait to see how many pages it has filled. I also can't wait to see how quickly it I hope none of these despawn while I'm putting them in. Let's see here. Ooh, boy. Alright, this should be fast enough, hopefully. Yes, okay, so my next project, probably a fully automated buildcraft gate assembly system. I'll probably put it right next to the giant crafting system, depending on how Shortman wants me to set up the power. Let me add a second relay here. Just to go faster. Or to give things time. Okay. Oops, that didn't work. Hopefully that'll help me catch up, because I really don't want this stuff despawning. Did I get it all? I think I did. Excellent. Alright. That's all of it. So let me go over here. Wow, okay. Yeah, FPS is getting better. Let's see how we're doing here. Next, 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 next. Four pages. Yeah, there we go. And I'm looking at the clock right now. It looks like this is not going to be a long episode. So, unfortunately, I was talking during the entire time of putting the blocks into the inside of the crafting system. But yeah, I can see my FPS increasing. So this is definitely helping. I guess those two mini auto crafters were the problem. But my FPS is going up. Every time a pattern goes into that auto crafter, my FPS goes up. So I think the mini auto crafters were a big part of the problem, oddly enough, and possibly, oh, wait a second, no, my FPS is still at 10. It's better than it was. But now, I'm going to, one thing, I'm going to have to fill in the stone brick from the ceiling in here. I'm going to have to, because we don't need the pieces anymore, as much as I feel the uncrafting table is kind of cheaty, I'm going to go ahead and uncraft all these miscellaneous parts from these auto crafters, because they're not needed anymore. And let's see what else. I might see what I can do about moving these storage things. Drive thing, whatevers. I believe that there is, I believe the ME cable is behind this wall. Now, the question is if the cable will connect through. It will. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the storage, the drive assemblies or whatever they're called, over against the wall here so that they're out of the way. And just do some basic reorganizing. And I'll probably also, let's see here, where do I want to build the next device. I think I'm going to go ahead and build the next thing right next to this one. Just clear out another chunk and do it that way. So let me show you real quick how the mining platform is doing, and then we'll call that the end of the episode, and I'll get some work done to prepare for next episode. But after this, I'm going to be taking a little bit of time to get other things done before starting next episode. So chances are next episode will actually be recorded closer to the time it releases instead of as far ahead as I've been recording. But oh yeah, hang on. So there's the door right there. And let's go down to bedrock here. This this is what the mining platform has done. All of this. And still going. Still going. This is insane. And this all was done in a span of probably 2 to 4 hours. That's how much it cleared in that much time. 2 to 4 hours to clear all the way. Let's see. Negative 907. Oh. All the way from flight control sucks. Let's see, 907 from... Wow. This is far. Okay, negative 160. Yeah, negative 160 is the door. All the way to negative 907, which is a lot. I don't feel like doing the math right now, but it is a ton. Now, I was thinking about maybe making the mining platform wider so that it clears 2 or 3 chunks at a time, but if Shortman already can't get the processing system to keep up with the platform at the speed it moves now, there's no way it would be possible to have it keep up with 3 chunks worth of stuff coming in at the same time 1 chunk does. Because all I would do is make it wider. That's all I would have to do, and that would triple the output at the same speed as it's currently moving. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm going to call it quits here. Have a great day.